Hello everybody, welcome. Sneaky Chiefy here, introducing our two guest casters. We got a special video today. First up is TKS Army, my squad leader. How's it going, TK?
Hello.
Hello. Next up is, you've heard his voice before and you've seen a couple of his videos. He's probably the best skilled player in TAW in our division at the moment. Canada. Welcome.
How's it going?
Good, good. Appreciate you guys joining me on this video. Why don't you go walk us through the civs and what we're watching here?
For sure, but I paused it to hope the chat would stay there. We have our first mistake of the game, and it's our legendary top player here didn't know how to type "good luck, have fun."
That's a Stiigz move.
But yeah, so we have a arena matchup here. We got to be careful with this bug in DE, so I can't take off the fog of war, but it's an arena matchup. We have Tatars for Origin of Symmetry and Saracens for Stiigz.
So which one has the matchup so far in the civs between the two?
So, I mean, I actually think Tatars are probably like bottom tier arena civs, and I'll ask you why. Why do you think that?
I don't know. Maybe they don't have a strong like imp stage.
Well, it's kind of funny. So what's one of the main bonuses for Tatars? So I'll show you here. So units deal 25% damage when fighting from higher elevation, which is a fantastic bonus. It's great. Unfortunately, arena has no hills.
That's very true. Never really think about that till now.
So yeah, that's not that great. Although Tatars were buffed in a recent patch, they get that free sheep when they make a new TC and when they age up.
They seem to always get the nice bonuses on the new updates.
Indeed. But then they kind of reverted it back. So on the most recent patch, they you don't get the bonus. I think it's when you go to Castle Ages. Now it's only on the new TCs now.
No. So I think right now Stiigz is doing the basic startup approach with the six on sheep, 4 on wood. I think he's skipping his berries though, going straight to boar. Well, he's going boar first. Sorry, so many different strategies.
Yeah, and in terms of maps, you see forward stone, forward mangold, forward berries. So not that great of a map for Stiigz, that's for sure. And let's see the other side here. We have forward stone, also kind of forward for both golds as well. Neither of them really have what I would call a great map.
Yeah, and the fact that both of his gold are pretty much forward, that's not great for his advantage.
For sure, I would actually rather have I would rather have my main gold forward, and kind of like what Stiigz has, where okay, sure, this kind of sucks, yeah, but he has a super safe secondary gold. Whereas, our Tatar player has both golds kind of forward, and that can be devastating if the opponent can deny those.
Exactly.
Just looking at relic placements here, so seems pretty even. 1 close to each of them, and 3 kind of in the middle.
I could definitely tell the difference in skill between me and you, because I would never notice that in a million years.
Well, we'll see if the players go for the relics. You find that as you get up in ELOs, they become more and more, relevant to the game, to the point where in the highest levels you have a full-out, intense Castle Age fight just for relic control.
Very true. So I haven't heard anything from Stiigz when it came to this tournament, so I'm very interested to see how he did. Trying to see, I'm wondering if he's just going to go for a hard castle boom or if he's going to try some interesting approach. I never counted out because I know Stiigz really likes doing the over the wall type strategy immediately when he hits castle, but maybe we won't see in a tournament based game.
Yeah, for sure. I find a lot of not even lower level players, but just people in general assume arena means you're gonna kind of treat it like a Black Forest pocket unranked lobby game where you're just gonna boom up to Imperial and then fight. But I think as you play ranked ladder games, you start to realize that that's not the meta. That's not common at all. And from my experience, it's 1 in 10 games that happens. There's feudal pushing and fighting, lots of castle pushes, castle drops, unique units, all sorts of aggressive strategies that can work pretty well.
Hopefully he's not about to house himself, which I think oh no. Yeah, no, 35.
35, yeah.
As Stiigz loves housing himself, I promise you that much.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. I think players, around below 1200 ELO, you're better off over making houses and wasting wasting the wood to not get housed than you are to get housed, right? So, yeah,
Very
nothing
true.
wrong with doing that.
All right. This dude's going really heavy on food. To the point that he's not even having under his TC. Well, he did an okay deer push. That's at least the top one I'm looking more at. So what's your opinion on the situation so far?
So they both clicked up at about the same time, a little quicker for Stiigz with the same villager count. So you can see I guess some idle time for Teal for symmetry. 28 pop, 27 villagers. So it's going to be a fast castle for both of them for sure.
Oh yeah.
Stiigz has 2 on gold. So that could just be to age up. That could mean he's going to make some Wololos in Castle Age. Same here, actually 4 on gold for the Tatar player. So, I mean, that's got to mean something's up here. That typically isn't going to be for a straight, 5 on gold now. So, and is that the barracks? Okay, so it's definitely going to do something military in Castle Age.
Very interested to see, especially with Tartars. I never really versed Tartars that much, so I don't really know what they're so special with.
So for sure, Cav archers. That's what their strongest late game composition.
Mm-hmm.
They get free thumb ring. That's great for Castle Age. But yeah, I'm not sure what his plan is here. Yeah, archery range. So it's could be crossbows, could be Cav archer.
So in that situation, would you just recommend Stiigz to just go immediately to castle and not worry about it, or do you think it may be a problem for future if he doesn't build skirms?
Well, either way, it's arena, so it's not going to affect his base. It's really just is he going to fight for the relics? Now, Teal, if he goes crossbows, could make a siege tower, hop in the walls. So Stiigz has to be a little concerned about that. One thing I'd like to see Stiigz do is take a scout, as you should always do, and just kind of run across the walls of the other player. And if he did that, he would see, and this is kind of a mistake from Teal, never build your buildings like this. You want to hide what you're doing from your opponent, right? So, if this was me playing, I would scout this and know right away, okay, he's, this is what he's doing.
It's funny because as a low eel player, usually you do that just to try and defend your wall, to give it that second layer. But you never really think of how much information you're giving away by just putting all your buildings right there.
Yeah, no, for sure. And in arena especially, knowledge is super important. So hiding it. And you can still make a wall. Like what I like to do is make a secondary wall, but make it back here, right? I'd make a house here, and kind of make your ranges and buildings. Yeah. And you can still do that, but just do it further back. And, it's pretty good. And, let's say they do a siege tower push. Sometimes it's pretty funny because, like, the units unload on this side of the wall. Well, now they're trapped because they can't get back, and you're still walled again.
Well, let's see what Stiigz can do with the extra 13% time with Castle Age. These guys are pretty much neck and neck when it comes to changing their Sis, but we all know in Age of Empires, 20 seconds is very, very expensive.
Yep. So we can see 2 TCs immediately for Stiigz.
Stone
And
TC.
Cav Archers immediately for Tatars. And a Monastery. So he's going for relic control, I guess. I don't think, he's not going to do any damage to Stiigz with these Cav Archers. So, I think he's kind of overcommitting then, right? You don't, he's already got 2, he's making 4 more, 2 range production. He obviously can't afford we got 1 TC, or there we go, yep, 1 TC. But either way, Stiigz is going to be ahead in economy. No doubt about that.
Does this Cavalry Archers have any upgrades yet? I doubt it, but you never know.
So they have fletching, and Tatars get free thumbring. So that's a nice little bonus as well.
Yeah, he's definitely going for relic control.
Yeah. Let's see, he didn't need these Cav Archers to do that. Stiigz isn't even fighting for the relics. He could have, 1 monk alone could have got all 5 relics.
That's very true. Especially with all the gold he's putting to the Cavalry Archers, could have gone straight to the monks. But then again, he is Saracens. People do like to do an early push with Saracens. With the extra, like, plus 100 gold and food to start the next age.
Yep, no, for sure. And, just... Okay, so how many Cav Archers do we have? 1, 2, 3,
It's got
6,
8.
7, 8.
10?
Yeah.
8.
Yeah, 10.
It'd be so funny if wolves attacked monks, man.
Well, converting them would be cool too.
That would be really cool. I feel like that should be added. I feel like if they ever come out a new civ, that should be an ability. It'd be kind of worthless, but maybe like if the wolves got like blacksmith ability, then it could be interesting.
So one thing I would like to see Symmetry do is, you had the map control, you invested in military, add a siege workshop and put pressure on them, get better down the walls and, try to do something with this map control and army advantage.
I feel like it's the strategy of like better safe than sorry, but I do feel like he's definitely overcommitting with the amount of cavalry archers. Like 3 could have sufficed, like because then you could have at least screwed them up or had them all separated, and if one got attacked, you bring the other 2. But now it just seems like he's wasting a lot more than he needed. But then again, if it's not getting countered, they're just going to stay there eventually and be upgraded.
We can see 14 villager lead for Stiigz already. So
does Symmetry still have the 1 TC? I mean 2 TC? Oh no, it's 3 now.
He added a 3rd, yeah. You see that new mechanic here? Sheep's
the 2
spawning.
sheeps.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I was like, did he really hold the sheep for that long?
See, one reason I like crossbows would have been better than Cav Archers is he could at least just make a siege tower for a small commitment, throw them in, and he'd be inside. Oh. Is he going to pick off the Vil? Oh.
Oh. Oh no. His Vil lead's going to go down real bad now. See, the one thing I don't get is that now he's attacking with the base, but yet he has no actual objective of getting inside. It just feels like a weird threat because now he's showing what he's going with. If that makes sense. So all he has to do is just do a couple skirms and has a good counter.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And he should get all 5 relics, of course, which is really nice. That'll be good for late game. Personally, I never ever like doing that, letting your opponent get all 5 relics. I always fight for relics, unless you're going to do some type of all-in strategy. It's not a good idea to just let your opponent get 5 relics, because now Stiigz is kind of on a timer, right? Although he is ahead quite a bit with his boom. If this game were to drag on super late, it's going to be a very big advantage for the relic player.
It's 5. So he's pretty much racking 5 gold a second. Is it 1 gold a second for each one?
So it's 30 gold per minute in game per relic. So that's 150 gold per in-game minute if you have all 5 relics.
Ooh, he's going for siege. definitely interested to see Stiigz' first army. Trying to figure out what he's gonna really go with.
Yeah, so Saracens is typically, Arbalest is a pretty common opening. However, Tatars, their unique bonus, I think it's called Silk. No, that's Silk Armor. Yeah, that's the one. So cavalry archers receive +1/+1 armor. So they're pretty tanky. Combined with the archer armor upgrade, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 pierce armor. In addition to part of the tactics, which is another 2, so it's 7 pierce armor. That's a lot of pierce armor. So
Yeah.
a fully upgraded Arbalest is 10 damage. You're doing 3 damage per hit, which is not that great.
I didn't realize how good Tartar's cavalry archers were. I'm learning more in this vid.
Yeah, no, cav archers are one of those, weird units, although they just got buffed. A couple civs, though, do them very well, and Tatars are one of those civs.
Oh boy. Here's the first engagement of the game, practically.
Yeah,
Besides
I don't
the
like that
shooter walls.
he made these buildings up here.
And now he's sending his villagers out.
I definitely don't like this either. I think he realized that himself, yeah.
Yeah. Or he's moving it. Where is he going?
Yeah, so if I was him, what I would have done is deleted these walls here and just made it, like, right here.
So pretty much implement the castle into the wall?
For sure. But even then, he could still pick them off with the cav archers, so this is very risky.
It's about that. If you check on symmetry with that, oh no, he's still really behind.
Yeah.
If only he knew.
Yeah,
but
he has all the map control, right? So he should be active with these. He should be, he should make outposts. He should be scouting because he has the army, right? So
yeah,
he's letting. He shouldn't be letting Stiigz. This is pretty adventurous and bold as Stiigz for sure.
You see this in the high elo lobbies all the time, don't you?
Yeah, all the time.
It's amazing that you even got all the way. Honestly, I feel like if Symmetry at least had like a bunch of them patrolling, like just from coast to coast on this map, they would have been found.
For sure, I feel like this is a huge mistake from both players. Stiigz has the advantage right now with his boom. He's risking throwing it away doing this, but it's going to pay off because Symmetry's not paying attention.
Yeah, now he gets all his gold on the side. He's going really heavy stables.
So
yeah, I guess
maybe heavy camel is his plan. He's definitely not going knights, so it's gotta be heavy camel.
Bloodline knights easily. Heavy camels though, how are they to archers, cavalry archers?
Well, they counter they counter cavalry, so I guess it could work. It's a kind of an unexpected play, but I guess it's not a bad one. It's a interesting idea from Stiigz.
And though the score lies, Symmetry has finally started catching up into Stiigz. Stiigz had a really commanding lead when it came to points wise and eco. But now I think they've done enough blunders to each other that it's kind of even.
For sure, but if you look at the villager count, Stiigz is still substantially ahead. He also added a 4th TC at home. Yeah, so the heavy camo play, I think it's gonna work out for Stiigz because as we see here, Symmetry's doing Hussar with his cav archers. So camel is the play here.
Wow, he's floating a lot of wood.
Yeah, you see though, he still has no idea.
Yeah, that's perfect place. He even had a little more I think one more 1 or 2 more square grids to put up, but it's amazing that he's still not caught yet. For such a risky play, this may have a high reward for Stiigz. Oh, finally. Trying to wait to see who's going to win this on this side, at least like a small fight. I think Stiigz has this perfectly held. You can't really he doesn't have a counter to these camels at all. He's got Trebuchet working. I don't know if he just started clicking on the houses, but I think it's just terrible aim by the Trebuchet, most likely.
And here's something you don't see very often. Stiigz getting Zealotry, the unique tech for Saracens, which I believe is plus 30, 20 plus 20 HP for camels.
It doesn't seem that good for the price.
So I think this was from the last patch, actually. It used to be 30, but now they get plus 10 for free in Castle Age.
Ah, okay. I guess that's fair. Because I'm like, that's a lot of food and gold for just 20 like hit points. I know hit points go a long way, but
I mean, now they're at 170, right? So that's pretty much on par with the Paladin. So it's still pretty good.
Imagine if the Indians had it with their Imperial camels.
Indeed.
I gotta say, it's though Stiigz is doing a push, doesn't seem that aggressive. Oh, he's now countering with some light cavalry. And he goes to
Don't open the door. Don't open the
door. It's okay. I think that one camel's gonna clean up.
If he was paying attention and just, ran to the back of the base, that can be, imagine if he got them into the wood line.
Oh, it'd been brutal.
Okay, so big engagement here. This is critical.
This is absolutely huge.
So what he should do now is take a couple at the bottom here, these ones, and run in. Just click at the back of his base. Which, good, perfect. Split up. That's a great play by Stiigz here. But go run in. You want to raid his eco.
No, that mine right there needs to go. Would you suggest him try and take down that castle before he comes up, or is it coming up no matter what?
No.
Yeah.
No. See, this is perfect. Hit his eco right here. This is devastating. You're distracting his army up here with some, but the damage you're going to do now is incredible. Look at the build count. It's going to plummet. We have same thing over here though. Just gotta pay attention. How did he get in? Did he open the gate again?
Yeah, he opened the gate again.
Lock your gates. If you're gonna learn one thing from this game, it's not a bad idea to lock your gates.
Can we get that on a t-shirt? A TAW t-shirt? Yeah. Lock your gates.
That's what. Either that or there's a hole. That would be another good t-shirt.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty good. So far, switch to symmetries. Let's see what's his pop count at. 47. Wow.
Yeah, just from the rating, he's lost all of his villagers, right? His economy is a disaster. He has one working villager right now. One on wood. Yeah, this right here. This is our whole economy at the 40-minute mark is this guy right here.
I will say, though he just lost his entire eco, he's still floating a good amount of wood for like trash units. Like
for sure, but without the eco, that's gonna disappear super quick.
Oh yeah.
39. Wow.
I think the fact the person hasn't called it yet, he's just fighting for his life. If this was a regular rank game, I think the person would have left by now. But I think since it's a tournament, he's trying to hold on for every last inch he can. Plus, he's now coming in. He's got 2 trebuchets. He's trying to knock it down. I don't know why he's not targeting. He's going to let it happen, apparently.
And, you can see here that even though Teal has all 5 relics, that's, it's not going to matter at all in this game.
At this point, would it even be important for him to take out the monastery?
No, I think it's over. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, this is holding on to dear life. If he kept those 2 trebuchets alive, I'm pretty sure the person would already GG'd.
For
But
sure.
he's
I would
fighting
switch to bombard cannons if I was Stiigz.
bombard cannons against cavalry archers, or just for the castle?
For the siege.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, no way. But he's picking a weird fight though. Like he's charging underneath the castle and taking a lot more losses than he needs because he's not really. He could take that fight outside the castle as well.
No, I agree, but it doesn't matter just because of the economic damage. No.
True.
And I like that Stiigz is still making villagers, by the way. That's a good thing to see. Lots of people, they're at 100. The game's getting messy. They forget to keep making villagers. You want to be at 130 for sure, and a Imperial. And there's the GG. Yeah.
Honestly, it was a pretty good game. What happened is that I feel like Symmetry definitely could have had a huge advantage if he started taking map control, but the fact that he played very defensive and stayed at his base with an army, even as small, it really pushed. And Stiig's little maneuver with his villagers to go all the way to the left of the dude's base was the key moment in this game.
Absolutely, I agree. I mean, if you're gonna do what Symmetry did with to get map control, you have to use the map control. You can't just camp at your base. Letting this happen when he has all Stiigz had was 10 villagers versus 10 cavalry archers, and basically the villagers won. So that shouldn't happen.